Midnight. Alarms blink. Satellites insist. Missiles inbound. A lieutenant colonel steadies his breath and freezes a world on the edge. It is September 26th, counts enemies by the minute. In a sealed bunker south of Moscow, Lieutenant Colonel Stanislav Petrov sits at the Oko early warning console, headphones clamped, pencil poised over a duty log that could spark Armageddon. Beyond those, L-007 was shot down weeks ago. NATO's able archer drills loom. General Secretary Yuri Andropov sees ghosts of invasion in every contrail. The Soviet chain of command is taut as a tripwire, and Petrov sits at its switch, Earth for the hot lance of missile plumes. If they see launch, Petrov calls higher command. If higher command believes, they may launch on warning. Minutes decide continents. Mistakes decide censure. Verify, classify, report. A red phone links bunker to the general staff. Men trained to trust machines, not nerves. Petrov's job tonight, be the hinge between blinking lights and the fate of hundreds of millions. The siren pierces the bunker. One U.S. missile detected from the Great Plains, trajectory arcing toward the USSR. A single icon burns bright on the screen. A junior operator looks to Petrov. The script says, "One missile?" Petrov's gut whispers, illogical. First strikes aim to decapitate, not annoy. He stalls, calls it in-verification. Seconds crawl. Sweat slides under his collar. Fire he helped unleash by hesitating. Then a second alert. Then a third. More missile icons flare, spaced perfectly by a machine's indifference. The room stiffens. This is what war might look like, while every city between them sleeps under ordinary night. On the other side of the world, Cheyenne Mountain's doors rest like jaws of granite. NORAD screens glow with steady calm. No corresponding spikes. No coffee cooling beneath a steady, fluorescent dawn. Back in orbit, physics conspires. The sun sits just behind Earth's rim, flinging rays into high clouds over the Midwest. Reflections trick sensors into seeing rocket plumes. And the algorithm believes. Procedure insists on certainty. Reality offers none. Petrov marks false alarm, probable malfunction in the log, but does not press the report trigger. Around him, screens and his steady hand. Time elongates. The computer insists on 5 missiles now, a pattern as elegant as it is deadly. Petrov counts off minutes to impact on his fingertips beneath the desk. He waits for... Launch on warning doctrine is a razor's edge. If you wait for impact, you die reacting. If you preempt on error, you kill for nothing. Strategy by stopwatch. Everyone knows the logic. Almost no one. History murmurs warnings. In 1960, a rising moon fooled radar into a phantom attack. In 1979, a training tape at NORAD showed missiles that never were. Technology stumbles. Humans clean the scrape. 1983 is Tinder. NATO prepares Able Archer. The USSR fields SS-20s. The US deploys Pershing II. Leaders trade epithets and speeches. Fear translates into readiness. In that bunker, fear distills into a risk everything. Petrov is not a textbook hero. He is pragmatic, weary, caring for a sick wife at home, trained as an engineer to distrust perfection. He knows the system's quirks, its birth pains. Another alarm. 5 confirmed by the computer. An operator whispers, "Comrade Colonel?" The phone, inert and heavy, waits for his hand. He pictures launch keys turning elsewhere because of him. Hold. He breaks the script. He logs a malfunction, contacts a narrower channel, withholds the catastrophic call. Around him, discipline strains. Beneath him, the earth turns quietly, as if Status. Petrov hedges, invoking verification protocols, citing low confidence. He buys minutes, the most valuable currency. Each sentence is a negotiation with fate, his voice steady against the machine's certainty. No tremors. The icons fade as the satellite's geometry changes. The room exhales as one organism. Relief mixes with nausea. The world has remained intact, and most of it never. Briefing is not triumphant. Superiors probe paperwork, scold informal log entries, ask why protocols were not precisely followed. The near war becomes a clerical discussion. The man who saved millions leaves with engineers adjust OCO, calibrating against sun-glint geometries. Confidence levels are rewritten. Human discretion is threaded into software. The thin line between alarm and annihilation is acknowledged in code patches and training footnotes. Caring for his wife, riding crowded buses, blending back into the indifferent gray. He carries a night few would believe, a secret weighted by the ordinariness it preserved. In a quieter century, the story surfaces. Invitations arrive, small ceremonies, reluctant applause. In New York, a tear tracks down his cheek as someone says what his superiors never did. Thank you, for his choice joins a lineage. In 1962, Vasily Arkhipov refused to launch a nuclear torpedo during the Cuban crisis, under crushing depth and heat. History's pulse hinges not on systems, but on humans who say, today, warnings come faster. Machine vision, predictive models, automated triggers. Speed flatters confidence, but velocity multiplies error. We stand more connected and therefore more brave. What if we built systems that honor hesitation, that treat ambiguity not as a bug, but as the last defense? Petrov's pencil stalling over a line in a logbook may be the truest. He died in 2017, modest to the end. His legacy isn't medals. It's the span of lives never cut, cities never charred, lullabies never interrupted. His victories of ordinary mornings. When machines insist and time compresses, who do we want at the hinge? The obedient or the one who risks blame to save strangers by the seconds we loan to doubt? What if I told you the world's luckiest night was really one man's stubborn patience? Remember his name. And remember the sound that never came, the silence that